Hi, my name is Esperanza Villarreal Luna. My grandparents were uh, Manuel Luna Herrera, who was married to Noberta Inegues Herrera. My mother was Esperanza Luna Villarreal. Manuel was born in 1890, while Norberta was born in 1895. They both grew up in a rancho community called Aguajes, that is west of the town of Tlatenango and Tepechitlan, Zacatecas. These towns are in the southwestern part of Zacatecas and border the state of Jalisco. Aguajas is located just west of Zicacalco, which is known as an indigenous community that once owned all the lands within visual sight of the rancho. Manuel was 22 and Norberta was 18. And yes, they were first cousins when they married in 1913. But uh, in, uh, that was not weird back in those days. Manuel's father, Anastasio de Luna Trejo, had died in 1911, and I have not been able to find vitals on his wife, Maria Florencia Herrera Corchado. But what I do know is that Manuel had another brother who was 10 years younger than him and born in 1902. His name was Epimenio Luna Herrera. Eventually, these two brothers would venture out to the United States along with other first cousins who were siblings to Noberta. Noberta's father died in 1902 when she was just 7 years old. Records indicate that he died of syphilis. His wife, Isidra Inigas Jara, had 11 children with him. She was left widowed with small children, including Jesus, who was under 2 years old, Jose Maria, who was 1 year old, and Manuel, who was 6 years old. The widow Isidra Inigas married again 2 years later in 1904, and she lived until 1934. We can only surmise that these young children must have suffered a great deal of poverty as the Mexican Revolution had occurred between 1910 and 1920. In 1910, our grandparents, Manuel Luna Herrera and Norberta Herrera Inegues, as well as our great uncles, Epimenio Luna Herrera, Manuel Herrera Inegues, Jesus Herrera Inegues, and Jose Maria Inegues, Herrera Inegues, immigrated to the United States. The Mexican Revolution was in place, and it was the largest immigration to the United States occurring at this time, well, actually ever. They fled for both economic and political reasons. When they first came in 1919, they arrived in Texas and worked as farm workers. According to my cousin Roberto, the youngest son of Jesus Herrera Inegues, the cousins were approached by people from the north, indicating that they heard farm workers were paid more money in Michigan and there were factory jobs available for everyone. We know that only Epimenio Luna Herrera stayed in Texas, while the rest of the family moved to the Midwest, specifically Michigan.